In the ongoing battle between humans and pests, few creatures have proven as resilient and adaptable as the humble cockroach. These six-legged survivors have been the bane of human existence for centuries, scuttling across our floors and invading our pantries with seemingly unstoppable determination. However, recent scientific discoveries have unveiled a fascinating twist in our age-old conflict with these insects, particularly concerning the German cockroach, Blatella germanica. This species, despite its name, has become a ubiquitous presence in homes worldwide, and its latest evolutionary tricks are forcing us to reconsider our approach to pest control. The story begins in the 1980s when pest control seemed to have found its silver bullet against cockroaches. Researchers capitalized on the insect's notorious sweet tooth, developing baits laced with simple sugars like fructose and glucose. These saccharine traps, often made with corn syrup, were irresistible to cockroaches and highly effective at reducing their populations. It was a simple yet ingenious solution. If cockroaches couldn't resist sweets, why not use that preference against them? For a time, this strategy worked wonders. Homeowners and pest control professionals alike celebrated the ease with which they could now manage cockroach infestations. The future seemed bright, with visions of cockroach-free homes dancing in people's heads. But as is often the case in nature, this human triumph was short-lived. By the 1990s, scientists began noticing a peculiar phenomenon. Some cockroach populations were no longer falling for the sugary bait. In fact, they seemed to be actively avoiding it. This observation led to a groundbreaking discovery. A mutation in a single gene had transformed some cockroaches' perception of D-glucose from sweet to bitter. This genetic twist of fate meant that instead of stimulating the insect's sugar-tasting neurons, glucose now activated their bitter-tasting neurons. The very substance that once lured cockroaches to their doom had become repulsive. It was as if evolution had pulled a fast one on human ingenuity, turning our weapon of choice into a deterrent. The implications of this mutation are far-reaching and complex. On one hand, glucose-averse cockroaches have gained a significant survival advantage. They're far less likely to fall victim to the sugary trap set by humans, allowing them to thrive and reproduce in environments where their sweet-toothed cousins perish. This adaptation has effectively nullified one of our most potent pest control strategies. However, this evolutionary leap comes with its own set of challenges for the cockroaches themselves. Glucose is an essential nutrient, and avoiding it entirely can lead to health issues and reduced fitness. Some glucose-averse roaches are so repulsed by the substance that they might choose starvation over consuming sweet foods. This presents a curious scenario where survival against human intervention conflicts with basic nutritional needs. But perhaps the most intriguing consequence of this mutation lies in its impact on cockroach mating behaviors. The romantic life of a German cockroach, it turns out, is intimately tied to their taste for sweets. Male cockroaches typically woo females with a nuptial gift, a sugary secretion produced by a gland on their back. This treat, containing maltose and maltotriose, breaks down into glucose when it interacts with the female's saliva. The process of tasting this gift conveniently positions the female for mating, and if she finds it palatable, she'll remain in place long enough for the male to complete the act. It's a beautifully or disgustingly, depending on your perspective, synchronized dance of chemistry and behavior that has ensured the species' propagation for millennia. Enter the glucose-averse female cockroach. When presented with the male's nuptial gift, she reacts with revulsion rather than attraction. The very substance meant to facilitate mating now acts as a powerful repellent. As a result, glucose-averse females are far less likely to successfully mate with normal, or wild-type, males. This mismatch in preferences creates a significant barrier to reproduction, potentially impacting population dynamics in unexpected ways. Interestingly, when both partners are glucose-averse, mating success rates return to normal levels. This suggests that the mutation, while disruptive to traditional mating patterns, doesn't inherently reduce reproductive capabilities when matched with a compatible partner. But nature, in its infinite creativity, isn't content to leave the story there. Recent studies have uncovered evidence that cockroaches are evolving yet again to overcome these new mating challenges. Some glucose-averse males appear to be adapting their courtship strategies to better appeal to glucose-averse females. Their nuptial gifts contain higher proportions of maltotriose, which takes longer to break down into glucose in the female's saliva. This delay gives the male more time to initiate mating before the female tastes the bitter flavor and flees. Complementing this male adaptation, some glucose-averse females are developing saliva that breaks down maltose less efficiently, further extending the window of opportunity for successful mating. Additionally, glucose-averse males have become quicker at initiating copulation, reducing the chance that the female will reject them based on the taste of their nuptial gift. These adaptations, observed in laboratory settings, showcase the remarkable plasticity of cockroach behavior and physiology. While it's unclear whether these exact changes are occurring in wild populations, they demonstrate the potential for ongoing evolution in response to both human intervention and interspecies challenges. The saga of the glucose-averse cockroach serves as a poignant reminder of the unintended consequences of human actions in the natural world. Our efforts to control pest populations have inadvertently set in motion a cascade of evolutionary changes, altering not just the insects' dietary preferences, but also their mating behaviors and potentially their social dynamics. This evolutionary arms race between humans and cockroaches raises important questions about the future of pest control. As we develop new strategies to manage cockroach populations, we must consider the potential for further adaptations. Will our next innovation simply create new selection pressures, driving even more unexpected changes in cockroach biology and behavior? Moreover, this story highlights the intricate balance of ecosystems and the often overlooked roles that even the most reviled creatures play. While German cockroaches have adapted to live alongside humans, cockroaches as a group serve vital functions in natural environments. They act as scavengers, breaking down organic matter and recycling nutrients. Many species are also important food sources for various animals, forming a crucial link in the food chain. As we continue our efforts to keep these insects out of our homes, it's worth reflecting on the broader implications of our actions. The glucose-averse cockroach is not just a pest control problem. It's a testament to the power of evolution and the complex interplay between human activity and natural processes. In conclusion, the tale of the glucose-averse cockroach is a fascinating chapter in the ongoing story of evolution. It reminds us of the incredible adaptability of life and the unforeseen consequences of our interventions in nature. As we move forward in our eternal struggle against household pests, perhaps we can approach the challenge with a renewed sense of respect for our tiny adversaries. After all, in their own way, they're just trying to survive and find a little romance in this big, often hostile world, even if that romance no longer comes with a sweet treat.